Hi guys, my name's Joe Green and today we're going to be doing the puppy dog close. The closing technique which is named after a puppy dog. What more can you want? Thanks for watching guys, don't forget to like, share, and if you want to see more content like this about sales, you want to see more interview tips, more content about self-development or audiobooks, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching guys, let's get into this. One of the most powerful and best closes that you're going to hear. It can be used in multiple different ways, in lots of different scenarios, lots of different settings, and it can be used in both personal and professional life, which I'll dig into in a little bit more detail very shortly. The story that Brian Tracy starts off with is the story about when the kids corner the parents and say, "Hey, we want a puppy, we want a puppy, we want a puppy. Please can we have a puppy?" And the parents are like, "No, you can't have a puppy." It's like, "Please, come on, let us have a puppy, come on." And it's like, no. It's like, "Okay, well, can't we just go to the shop? Why don't we just go and look at the puppies?" They say, "Okay, we can go." Now, the reason that the parents say no is because, knowing what's involved in looking after the puppy, it's the kids aren't going to look after it, blah, blah, blah. They say, no, it's not going to happen. They say, you're not going to take proper care of it. Now, so after you've relented and you agree that you're going to go to the pet shop and the kids can look at the puppies. I mean, just to look, obviously. Now, the pet store owners or, other people in this situation might say something along the lines of, "Hey, look, you don't need to make a decision right now. Why don't you just take the puppy home, keep it over the weekend and see what you think. No pressure. You don't need to buy the puppy." The kids are like, "Yes, let's do that. That's a great option." And the parents are like, "Oh, okay, well, how about only for Sunday? We're only going to do this for one day." Now, the funny thing here is it says, by the end of the first day, the kids, have fallen out of love with the dog. They don't care about it anymore. And the parents have fallen in love with the dog, which is the whole reason, the whole premise about the puppy dog close, because people get emotionally attached to owning, having and using a service, product, or in this case, a puppy. So Brian Tracy says that anytime that we can give our prospects the opportunity to touch, hold, feel, engage with the product or service or solution, this is really worthwhile, because what we can do is we can start to make a connection with that item, or in this case, like I say, the puppy, our puppy. Now, he tells a story about a printer company that they only have one sales and marketing strategy, and it's just to put the machines in the offices. Once you put the machines in the offices, the people get used to it. They like the superior features, the buttons, the enhancements, or whatever added benefit their product or solution provides, and then they're hooked. They don't want to go back to what it was like before. So by having something that people can interact with, they can start to imagine what their life would be like while using that product, service, or solution. Now, initially people might say, "No, can't afford it, not interested," but after they start to use it and get used to it, that completely changes. They start to imagine what their life would be like with it, and start to imagine how hard it would be without it. So Brian Tracy tells a story about how he used to have a friend who sold £50,000 motorhomes. Now, what he'd do is he'd be in the store, people would come in, he would then get their names, get their addresses, where they lived, and essentially he wouldn't try and close them on this point. He'd just be trying to build a rapport. After he built a rapport, he knew that the people that buy these motorhomes go searching all over the place to find the exact right deal, and they're not going to get closed so easily. So what he did is he just, like I say, created a rapport. After he's created the rapport, the people then go home. What he would then do is on a Saturday at about 10:30 in the morning, he'd call them and say, "Hi, look, I'm going to be in the area and I wanted to see if I could pick you up and show you something really special. I'll take you out for lunch. It's completely on me. Would you be free at 12 o'clock? They'd be interested and they say, "Yes, that sounds great." What he'd do is he'd pull up in the £50,000 motorhome. They'd get in, and then he would drive to where he lived at some kind of nice residential park area that overlooked a river. He'd swing a big loop, park up, open the blinds, and they'd be sat looking out over the lake and seeing the lovely horizon. He'd make the food, ding it in the microwave, put it on the tray, get the little drinks, and they'd sit around, they'd have the drink, and he'd sit there and he'd say something along the lines of, "Imagine what it would be like to be able to do this whenever you wanted." So what he does is, after he sets the scene, after they're looking at the lake with the ducks swimming in it, the mountains in the background, the mist, just coming off the pond, he says, isn't this lovely? Wouldn't it be lovely if you could do this every weekend? Wouldn't it be fantastic just to be able to pull up and, have your weekends where you can, view all this wonderment, any time that you wanted? We have a special offer on, a unit just like this, and you could be driving it away this afternoon. What do you say? He says, isn't this exactly what you want? Isn't this nice? Wouldn't this be nice if you could do it every weekend or whenever you wanted to do it? Then you'd be set for the entire summer. What do you say? Now, there's also a really funny personal story about this. I used to live with a guy once, and he came to me and he was telling me that he was moving in with his girlfriend, but he was going to be moving back in a couple of months' time, and, he didn't know, we need to sort this out, blah, blah, blah. What happens when I move back? And I said to him, look, you're going to be moving in. It's very hard, or it will be very hard, for somebody to tell you to get out unless you're, having a terrible time, all that kind of stuff. So as long as you're a good boyfriend and everything's going well, it's very unlikely that you will be moving back into this flat. And that is essentially, a puppy dog close of him moving into somebody's flat for a period of time over the pandemic. And then essentially after the pandemic, it was very hard for them to, detangle or detach themselves from each other. So that's another version of the puppy dog close. Anything where you can get somebody to just try it, why don't you give it a try and make it seem like it's no big deal? Then it's more likely that it'll never come unstuck, unless, like I say, there are issues or problems. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and if you want to see more content about closing the sale, interview techniques, audio books, or anything like that, hit that subscribe button, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to let me know what you think. See you later. Hi guys, thanks for coming to my channel. This is where we're going to be looking at audiobooks and how we can improve what we can do and what we can learn from some of the best audiobooks in the world. And I want to let you in on a little secret. If you're not a fast reader, I'm not either. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be conquering that with audiobooks. We can listen to the audiobooks. I'll show you how, and if you have any questions, let me know. So let's get into this. I look forward to going on this journey with you.